All right, Giants Foundry. I saw a couple people like live asking questions on how to do Giants Foundry, especially as an Ironman. This guy is going to be strictly for Ironman, because if you're not an Ironman, this is actually a very easy mini game where you can pretty much buy all the ingots you need and not worry about supplies. But basically, I kind of came up with a little bit of a guide to, I think, maximize efficiency in this sort of mini game. I think it's a pretty good plan, at least. So essentially what you're going to want to do is, I think, mine in the motherlode mine up until you're about level, I want to say like 70 minimum. I'm up to 78. I'd say 77, 76 is 75 is a pretty good level to aim for in the motherlode mine, to the point where you can unlock, basically fully green log the motherlode mine, unlock the upper area as well as the super hopper. So if you can get to that point, I'd say you're pretty good to start doing Giants Foundry, because then you'll have enough ore to go to the blast furnace, fully smelt all the steel, all the mithril, and you'll even get some adamantite bars as well. So that's going to be the biggest roadblock, is the adamantite, right? Because it just takes so long to mine, especially if you're doing it just solely adamantite, and even still it's pretty long doing the motherlode mine, right? And so the solution for that is to, use all your bars in the very beginning, go as you go, unlock every mold, do whatever, and go refer to the wiki for all the alloys that you can do. Usually I would start out with, for the majority of your time in Giants Foundry, you're going to be doing 19 steel ingots, and then I believe 9 mithril ingots. So that's going to be your kind of base, and it gives you around 100 to 110 points per round. And so that's going to be your base for the longest time, and I think it's when you hit level 70, it's probably 60. Level 60 you unlock adamantite. And then from there you're going to be doing, I think it's 19 mithril bars and 10 adamantite bars. That's probably the best. You're going to expect around 140, 150 points per round, with also about 30 to 32,000 coins per round. And so it's a very profitable method, and it's very useful because you're going to need that money later on when you run out of adamantite bars. And so what you're going to do is you're going to have to end up getting adamant plate bodies, adamant plate legs, or plate skirts. I just got both because they're interchangeable. And that's because the plate bodies will give you 4 ingots per smelt. You can actually use them on the crucible. And the plate bodies will give you 4 ingots. And then the legs or the plate skirt will give you 2. And so the goal is to obviously use the 18 mithril bars, and you would need 10 adamantite bars. So you would just use 2 plate bodies and then 1 legs. And so this is the strategy that you will use once you run out of adamantite bars. And it's very good. It's a very great strategy, because not only after doing Giants Foundry for a long time, up until the point about, I think, level 75, level 80 is what you get from smithing, you'll have about, I believe, 3 million GP to work with. And so I'm at 1.6 right now because I've been buying these and other stuff along the way. But essentially, you're like, oh my god, I'm spending GP, I'm gonna lose it. No. So when you go ahead and smelt these and gain your money back, you're actually only losing about 6k per round, which is really nice, considering that you're kind of just going for the green log of Giants Foundry. This guide's mainly for Ironman, and mainly for those who just want to green log it totally. If you don't want to green log it, then don't even be here, bro. No. But yeah, that's pretty much the strategy. And then as far as where you get these at, you get them all from Varlamore. If I go to surface, go to find Varlamore, I believe it's over here. It's really simple. You literally just go to the, you'll travel Varlamore via however method you want, go all the way up to the Scavenger Outlook, and then this is where you will buy the adamantite plate bodies. And it's about, I think, 3 respawn every 2 hours. So just keep world hopping until you get, I Like I get around 100. And it's super nice because it's really close to a bank, so you just run once you have a full inventory. Super easy, super nice. And then once you get all the plate bodies you need, you literally just kind of go back to Varlamore and go to the sword shop slash blacksmith. He sells the adamantite plate legs and plate skirts, and I believe he also sells 2 plate bodies as well if you want to buy them from there too. So he just sells 3, it's kind of just a little bit faster. He sells 2 if you want to go that route. So, but again, right next to a bank, super easy method. I think it's about 16K per plate body, and it's about 6K per plate skirt slash leggings. So super easy method to get those. I wouldn't recommend using the armor for anything less than adamantite, just because it's super easy to get those kind of bars from the motherlode mine. So yeah. And then as far as the actual gameplay is concerned, it's super simple and relatively fast paced. Basically, you're going to want to start off by getting obviously a contract from him, get the mold set up, and then if you have the plugin, the Giants Foundry plugin, it'll let you know your scores and kind of what you need as well. And so go ahead and do that. You'll have to click use with any of the armor. Just go ahead and use all. And so as you see, I put in 2, gives me 8, and then I use the leggings. Goes ahead and gives me 2. So I have an 89 score with this kind of alloy. So this is one of the best alloys that you can make with adamantite and mithril. That's perfect. Go ahead and pour it into the jig. Narrow heavy mold, score of a 141. And then this is the most key important thing that I didn't know about until probably like 80% done with my grind here on Giants Foundry, is that quenching and dunking is a massive time saver. You can expect to, with just a simple extra right click and dunk, you can expect to save about 2 minutes, like 1:30, 2 minutes per run in Giants Foundry. So I would definitely not sleep on doing the dunks instead of heating, I think, or quenching and dunking instead of cooling. You're gonna save such a massive amount of time in the long run, and it's just a little bit extra, click here and there. I know some people get annoyed by that, but I think it's totally worth it. You'll make more GP per hour, more XP per hour. Get done with it faster. So I mean, that's pretty much it. And as far as gameplay is concerned, literally it's pretty brain dead if you're using the plugin. You just want to make sure your heat is above actions, and as long as your heat is higher than the actions total, you're chilling. And it even tells you how many dunks to do. Yeah, it's pretty brain dead from there. I think the hardest part is just getting the bars that you need to do the activity, and then just sitting down and doing it too. So I mean, it just takes a while, and I mean, it's a decent moneymaker in the beginning before you start running out of bars. So if you never run out of bars, it's actually a decent moneymaker to do while leveling up your smithing skill. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for the guide. There's not a crazy amount of detail in this minigame. It's a pretty simple one. The only reason I chose to make this is because I saw an Ironman the other day asking like what he should do because he just ran out of bars, and I'm like, maybe I should make my first guide then, and this is a perfect one since I've been spending a crap ton of hours. Honestly, not a crap ton of hours. I'd say by 4, it's about 800 minutes. No, actually, I'd say average of more of like 6 minutes times that, 1,200 minutes. 30 hours here, and I'm almost relogged. So, and that's with mostly like cooling and heating in the beat. See how much longer it takes? Cooling and heating instead of quenching and dunking. So about 30-40 hours to finish this and relog the minigame if you're really not focusing on it, you're kind of just chilling and you're not paying attention. So it could definitely be a lot faster, a lot more profitable if you are paying attention and quenching stuff. So yeah, and then also just a little side note, as you up your alloy in difficulty, you'll basically just get more phases of the minigame, but it should take about the same amount of time. And honestly, I like the smaller phases. It makes it easier for me personally. It's just that when you have less phases, it makes it a little bit more AFK, since you can kind of just sit there a little bit longer as they do the skill or whatever. But occasionally you'll also get those little blue highlights, which is just an extra action that'll speed up your progress with the mini game. Totally optional, not super necessary, but you know, if you're really going for speed, then highly recommend it. So that's a finish. Let's go ahead and check. 2 more actions left, and then we're going to go ahead and turn our sword over into Kovatch. See that? Turn it in. Sword looks good. So as you can see, don't look at that time. That time is because I was kind of standing around helping my wife with some things. But best sword completed in 4 minutes 53 seconds at 158 points. So if you average that to about 5 minutes per sword, 5 to 6 minutes per sword, you can get around 10 to 12 swords per hour. And at that rate, you're looking at about 1,500 to about 1,800 points per hour, and then an average of about 14 times 100, anywhere from like 150 to 160,000 XP per hour as well. So, and then I guess if you times that by 10, about 300 and 360k per hour as well in GP. So honestly, not a bad method. So highly recommend this mini game if you're trying to train smithing. Plus, I think the smithing outfit is probably one of the coolest outfits in the game. You can combine your ice gloves with the smithing gloves to make smithing gloves iced. So yeah, that's pretty much to it. I mean, no need to really drag out this video more than that. Pretty cool, pretty fun mini game. Plus, you get some cool little rewards, and I know a lot of people just kind of want to green log it. So that'll be it for today. Hope you guys like the guide. As always, please like and subscribe. The video really helps me out to grow. And other than that, I'll catch y'all next time.